continuing with the coordination number and so on with the actual figures, it is and critical minimum radius ratio. So it is the same as before, but now you can see right, coordination number 3, 4, 6, 8, right? So this will be corners of a cube, corners of an octahedron, corners of a tetrahedron, corners of a triangle. And if it is 3, then the minimum radius ratio should be greater than 0.155 and so on, right? So this is how, if it is, right, if it is 3, but this is a smaller, not really touching, so this ratio would be less than 0.155. For example, if it is 0.14, then it is an unstable ceramic which has a coordination number of 3 and so on. We are again now showing you some standard structures. These are 3 very standard structures. Cesium chloride. This is one type of ceramic, and many other ceramics are like this structure. Sodium chloride, another basic structure of a ceramic, and many others are like this. Zinc blende, zinc sulfide, this is a third. So these are the 3 most common ceramic structures, and each one of them there are many others like them. So they are showing you that, you see, sodium chloride is this triangular type, cesium chloride is like this type, zinc blende is like this type, minimum radius ratio, what is the coordination number, triangular, 4, 6, 8, radius of cation to radius of anion, right? So we are just repeating the same thing that we have just done a little earlier. And again, right, these explanations are there in UL to some extent, in Callister to a very large extent. So when you go to the chapter of ceramics in Callister, then very quickly all this is already there, and we are just going sort of quickly because this is all review, nothing is new for now. Something very quickly about octahedral and tetrahedral positions, right? If you see the big ones, they are on all the corners, for example, right, on the corners of the cube, and on each face, for example, this face, and so on. So these are the big ones. Now the green ones, if on each face, on this one, between this and this there is one atom, between this and this there is one atom, between this and this there is one atom. So if it is like this, then these are octahedral sites, But the blue ones, if a blue one is here and here and here and here, then this is tetrahedral site, You can go back to the slides, 1, 2, 3, 4 slides before that, what is an octahedral shape and what is a tetrahedral shape. So here we are showing you both on one side. But remember, your basic crystal theory, here it is just to explain how they are arranged. But your assumption is that this central one is touching this one and this one. So this one is a large one like this, and this one is a large one like this, and the middle one is here, and they are all touching each other, because the 2 basic assumptions of crystal structure, that all atoms are solid. Though we know that actual atom, there is nucleus and there is huge empty space, and then there are electrons in the shell, but we consider the whole atom as a solid sphere. So this is one assumption which is not totally correct, but it gives all correct calculations in crystal structure, that all atoms or ions are supposed to be solid spheres. Second, that each sphere is touching the other one, There are no gaps between, because if there are gaps, then you can't do any calculations. You see, if this atom is here and this atom is here and this atom is here, we have no idea of the gap between them, then we can't do any calculations. But if we assume that this one and this one and this one are touching, then radius of the big one, diameter of the small one, radius of the big one. That is how you take the distance from here to here. It is very simple, right? So this is how octahedral and tetrahedral positions are there. And here I am just repeating again. I am just sort of copying some slides from your earlier course, in the three basic types of crystal structures in ceramics. Cesium chloride crystal structure. Cesium chloride, CsCl. So it is the AX type, one of this, +1, -1. And it is ionically bonded, right? Bond is ionic, right? Not covalent. Now, the structure is like this. The structure is very basic. This is the BCC type, body-centered cubic, BCC type. So if it is body-centered, all the corner atoms, the top 4, the bottom 4 in the cube are one type, right? Are one type. And there is one in the center of the body, in the center of the whole cube, right? That is the body-centered. So this one is touching all the other 8, right? The body-centered one is touching all the other 8. So the coordination number is 8. The radius ratio in this type is generally 0.94. It can be slightly different, right? Coordination number is definitely 8. It is definitely BCC. And if it is BCC, then here we are just showing you the positions in the cubes, but the real one, this central one, is touching all the top ones and all the bottom ones, right? So if you cut exactly one cube, then the central one is a full sphere. But the corner ones, if you remember from your basic theory, is 1 by 8, 1 by 8, 1 by 8. So 8 of them, 1 by 8 will become one corner atom actually, and one central atom. So it means in all, in one cube, there is one cesium full and one chlorine full, and so on. There are 2 total atoms, 1 of this and 8 into 1 by 8 of this. And then cesium bromide, tellurium chloride, tellurium bromide, silver magnesium, lithium magnesium, aluminum nickel, and beta type copper zinc. These are all ceramics, and they all behave like the cesium chloride. So if you understand this structure, then any of these structures you can understand, right? So very quickly, this is the cesium chloride crystal structure of a ceramic. Remember, right, that earlier this would be all same, all iron, all aluminum, all nickel, but this time the central one is cesium, the outer ones are chlorine, or the central one is chlorine, the outer ones is cesium. It does not matter because it is 1 to 1. Sodium chloride structure, sodium chloride, the next structure, sodium chloride. This is still the AX type, one sodium, one chloride, but compared to cesium chloride, this is different. This is different. All the white ones are the chlorines, all the blue ones are the sodiums, right? So one thing is they are all corner atoms, right? The previous one was body centered. This is face centered. So all the corner ones are there, and then the same chlorine is there face centered also, face centered. So all the white ones or the gray ones, whatever you call them, are already chlorides. Now in between them, in between on this line is a sodium, in between on this line is a sodium, in between on this line is a sodium, and so forth. So now there are much more, right? Now there are much more. If you do a very quick calculation, verify that the coordination number of 6 is valid for a ceramic consisting of sodium and chloride. So from the table, just find the radius, at ionic radius of sodium and chlorine. So this is 0.102, this is 0.181, this is 0.56, this is 0.56, right? So for 6, your table says it is between 0.44 to 0.732 in the table. If you go back to the table for coordination number 6, and of course your value is between them, so this is okay. If it was smaller than this, then it will not be stable. If it was larger than this, then it will not be 6, it would be something else, right? So you find the radius ratio of the 2 types of ions, and from the table you can find out which type of coordination number it is and if it is stable and so on. Zinc blend structure, zinc blend, right? Zinc sulfide. This is another type of FCC. That the sulfide is still FCC. The 4 corner ones You see the 4 corner ones. And on each face, on this face, on that face, on that face, on that face, on each face, face centered also. So the bigger atoms are face centered. But this time the smaller ones, the zinc, is not on this line and this line and this line. This is the other one. Remember, we just showed you a few slides ago octahedral, tetrahedral, right? So this is the tetrahedral type. That though the bigger atoms or the bigger ions are still face centered, but this time the coordination number is 4. This time the coordination number is 4, right? So again, as I said, that for these 3 basic types, the silicon carbide type, the sodium chloride type, and the zinc blende type, sorry, cesium chloride, not silicon carbide, sorry, cesium chloride, sodium chloride, and zinc blende. Very quickly go back to your calister and again see, I have already shown you, we have revised these structures for you, but you can again go back and do some basic calculations and so on. Calcium fluoride. Now this is slightly advanced. In your basic course, we usually did only the AX type, AX, where whether it is FCC or BCC or a complicated FCC, but zinc and sulfur 1:1, cesium to chlorine 1:1, sodium to chloride 1:1. But now this AMXP, they are different. Calcium fluoride, 1 of calcium, 2 of fluorine. Titanium oxide, for example, 1 of titanium, 2 of oxygen, right? So overall, if you see the fluoride, it is still FCC, right? Corner atoms and face atoms, right? Corner atoms and face atoms. But the tetrahedral, the calcium is the tetrahedral. So now this AMXP, calcium fluoride, so there will be many more ions. It will be densely packed, right? The cube will be densely packed, right? So calcium fluoride is one of them, uranium dioxide is another of them, and so on. So FCC type, but tetrahedral and much higher density. This I think is a repeat of the previous one, but just for this AMXP type, right? So uranium 4 to oxygen, right? That is why 1 of uranium to 2 of oxygens were there. So the ionic radius of this one is this, the ionic radius of this one is this. This is 0.795, and if you go back to the table, this is more than 6, right? This is more than 6, so the coordination number here is 8. The coordination number here is 8. So this is one basic calculation that you just find out from the table, from your chemical formula, cesium chloride, uranium oxide. From there you find out the formula, and from your they find out the radius ratio, critical radius ratio. So critical radius ratio will tell you what coordination number is there. That is one thing. So it is FCC type, but the coordination number is 8. So it is touching a lot of atoms, and then you can do the other calculations and see that the geometry is octahedral or tetrahedral and so on. With this now, let us do one quick example. I am repeating this example from the earlier course. So you do the same thing. You read the question carefully, take down the knowns and unknowns. Don't go further in the slides. You can go back to any slides and try to solve it yourself. And once you have given it your best trial, then look at the solution, and then you are always right. So this is again a revision. This is nothing new. Until now I am doing very little new. The AMXP type, the ABX type, those were different, but this is simple AX type. So please do this, don't give up, and once you finish very thoroughly, then come back and see the solution.